Nibs again, out here playing around in the garage today, and still kind of cold and windy outside, but better days are coming quick. We've got the time set ahead now, so evenings are going to be longer. Have some time to get out to the range after work now, but for tonight we're going to keep it indoors again. And I thought I would do another little head-to-head I've been thinking about doing. Been picking up some nice German air rifles here lately, and so I'm going to do a head-to-head challenge. I'm going to be seeing a lot of this guy. I just love this rifle. This is my Walther LGR. Absolute magnificent rifle. And I'm going to be putting it up against, this is some old school German technology. This one is actually branded as a Winchester model 435, but in fact this is a Diana model 35, just rebranded. It does have an adjustable trigger. It's set very nice right now. I haven't weighed it yet. Probably play around with that later. But all I'm going to do here, and I've kind of shot a couple of test pellets from each one of them just to see, make sure it was doing okay. Each one was doing okay, but I have 3 little targets downrange, and I'll have the camera running, and we'll see all these shots live. But I've got a pill bottle, which should be no-brainer for either one of these. I do have a 12 gauge shotgun shell, which again should be one shot for either one of these. And then I do have a 410 shotgun shell, which might be a little bit of challenge for either one of these. I'm just going to use some, I don't know, should I use the RWS Hobbies or should I use my cheapo daisies? I'll use the RWS. Okay, so I'm going to do, we'll start out with the Walther. I did figure out something on this Walther. I'm not sure if it was like that since I've bought it, or I may have lost it, but this little bitty seal on the breech that closes down has been missing for quite a while now. Anyway, but I had to have a spare in with the parts that came along with the gun, so I put that on there. So I do have a lamp running down there, and it's more for my eyesight than the cameras need. So there's the pill bottle. I was really hoping I didn't miss the pill bottle on the first shot. So I have noticed that it's actually shooting with quite a bit more power now. So I think it may have been missing right from the get-go, because when I did crony it, it was a bit lower, not a ton lower, but a bit lower than what it should have been rated for. So, but all right, let's see if we can get the 12 gauge. Oop. I did get the 12, but I knocked over to 410. So stand by while I go reset that. Alrighty, so now I have the 410 set back up. Hope you guys like these little head-to-head challenges I do. Seems like they're pretty popular. Get a lot of views anyway. But it's kind of fun to just compare old and new, and you know, high end and not quite so high end and that sort of thing. All right, 3 for 3. So let me pause this here for a minute, and I'll reset those, and then we'll shoot the Winchester Diana. Alrighty, so I'm back, and I have that all reset down there, ready to go. Set the Walther off to one side here for a minute. So the old Winchester, really a Diana. It is a pretty gun. It does have some numbers on the stamped on here, 0370, so and that kind of falls into, and the serial number begins with 72, so I'm kind of thinking that this is probably a 1970 build. I did have this thing apart, and it does have leather seals inside of it. Luckily they weren't in terrible shape, and a little bit of cleaning and some oil rejuvenated them and really got it back up and shooting pretty good. So this is your typical brake barrel. Always want to make sure you hold on to that. It does have a nice catch inside there, but you don't want to trust it with your fingers up here working around the breech. So we'll go ahead. It does close really nice and easy. Very nice German. Very nice German manufacturing. This thing definitely has a lot more power than that than that Walther does, but that went clean through that thing and almost didn't knock it over. So from what I could tell, it was a dead-on hit. So if I go 3 for 3 with this one too, do I need to like put some smaller stuff up down there? I don't know. I don't want to make the video too long, but again, I knocked over the 410 with the 12 gauge. So 1 second, let me go reset that 410. So this thing breaks open so nice. It's got a really nice detent ball there. Just such good machining on these. It's a shame that a lot of the more modern stuff couldn't be machined so precise. A lot of those you gotta really hit them hard to get the breech to close. And so what I have on here for a scope is a Bushnell Scope Chief. This is an old scope, probably made, well actually this scope was made in 1952, or at least imported in 1952. They only made the scope, no, I'm sorry. So the very first Bushnell scopes like these were called Scope Master, and they only did that in 1952. And then after 1952, they started calling them Scope Chief. And but this one's still a pretty old one, probably late 50s to early 60s at the latest, I'm guessing. Okay, 3 for 3 with that guy too. So just goes to show you, they don't make them like they used to. But this guy, I picked this one up several months ago. I already did a video on this one down at the range, but I wanted to get it out and do a little more plinking with it. And certainly is a fine old gun. Like I said, I believe it was made in 1970. And really pretty stock. Some, what looks like machine-made checkering there, but not bad for. And then of course the Walther LGR. That one is a single stroke pneumatic, so instead of breaking the barrel down and you compress a spring in the Winchester, you're compressing a spring inside this tube, and then when you pull the trigger, that spring pushes the plunger forward and forces the piston out, or the pellet out that way. The way that the single stroke pneumatics work is you actually work this lever and it pushes forward, and there's a piston inside there, but as you're pushing the lever back home, it's actually compressing a charge of air in there. So when you pull the trigger, all it's doing is releasing a valve that's releasing that little charge of air that was already compressed in there. So there's no big spring to cause a whole bunch of recoil, which is a real big problem in most spring guns. But this Diana actually is really quite tame as far as that goes, even though it does have quite a bit of power. It doesn't have any harsh spring buzz, or you can feel the recoil of it, but it's very tame as far as break barrel guns go. So, but anyway, there you go. Sometimes I like to have a winner, but this time it was definitely a tie. That LGR is a fine shooter, but that Diana, Winchester Diana, definitely is giving it a run for its money. So, but anyway, if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and you'll get notified when I do post up new videos. But until then, until the next time, have a great day.